Hey Gemini, come closer because what I'm about to share with you today is something that's been keeping me up at night. I pulled cards for you around this question about what your person is thinking about you late at night, and honestly, the energy that came through was so layered and complex that I had to sit with it for a while before even recording this. You know how sometimes you just know someone is thinking about you? Like you can feel it in your bones even when there's complete silence between you two? That's exactly the kind of energy we're dealing with here. But it's not just simple thoughts, Gemini. What's happening in their mind when the world goes quiet and they're alone with their thoughts is actually quite profound and maybe a little surprising. So I shuffled my deck with your energy in mind, really focusing on what's going on in their head during those quiet hours. And the first card that came through absolutely stopped me in my tracks. Let me tell you about it. The first card I pulled is the Devil, and I need you to really hear me on this one. When this card shows up in the context of someone's late night thoughts about you, it's telling us something very specific about the nature of their mental and emotional state. This isn't about anything sinister or dark in the way you might initially think. The Devil card in this position is actually revealing that your person is experiencing a kind of intense psychological attachment to you that they might not even fully understand themselves. Think about it this way. Late at night, when all the distractions of the day fall away, when they can't busy themselves with work or friends or scrolling through their phone mindlessly, that's when the truth of what they feel really hits them. And what the Devil is showing me is that they're caught in this cycle of thinking about you that feels almost compulsive. It's like you've become this presence in their mind that they can't shake off even when they might want to. Now here's what's really interesting about this energy. The Devil often represents our attachments, our obsessions, the things we desire but maybe feel conflicted about. So your person lying there at night, they're wrestling with some pretty intense feelings. Part of them might be trying to rationalize why they shouldn't be thinking about you so much. Maybe they're telling themselves they need to move on, or that it's not practical, or that the timing isn't right. But despite all that logical reasoning, you keep creeping back into their thoughts. What I'm picking up is that there's a magnetic quality to their thoughts about you. It's not light or casual. They're not just thinking, oh yeah, that person was nice. No, Gemini. They're having full internal conversations with you. They're replaying moments you shared together. They're imagining scenarios that haven't happened yet. There's a hunger in this energy, a craving for connection with you that feels almost physical in its intensity. The shadow side of the Devil is also showing me that your person might be struggling with some fear around these feelings. Fear of vulnerability, fear of rejection, fear of what it would mean to actually pursue what they want with you. So these late-night thoughts have this push-pull quality where they're drawn to you intensely, but also scared of what that means. I also want to point out that the Devil can indicate someone who's maybe dealing with their own internal demons or limitations. So when they're thinking about you at night, they might also be confronting their own insecurities. Questions like, am I good enough for them? Or, what if I mess this up? Or, what if they don't feel the same way? These kinds of doubts are swirling around in their mind mixed with all this desire and longing for you. There's something else here too. The Devil energy suggests that they might be thinking about you in ways that are quite raw and unfiltered. Without the social masks they wear during the day, their nighttime thoughts about you are probably more honest about what they really want. And that desire is strong, Gemini. Whether it's emotional, physical, or both, there's an intensity here that they're privately grappling with. The second card that came through is Six of Pentacles. And this one adds such an interesting dimension to understanding their late-night thoughts. After all that intense Devil energy, Six of Pentacles comes in to show us that your person is also thinking about what they can give to you, how they can show up for you, how they can be of value in your life. This is really beautiful, actually. Six of Pentacles is about generosity, giving and receiving, and finding balance in relationships. So mixed in with all those intense feelings we just talked about, your person is also having thoughts about how they want to contribute to your life in meaningful ways. They're not just thinking about what they want from you, they're genuinely contemplating what they can offer you. Late at night, when they're thinking about you, they might be running through scenarios in their head about ways they could help you, support you, or make your life better. Maybe they're thinking about gifts they'd like to give you, not necessarily material things, but their time, their energy, their attention. There's a caretaking quality to these thoughts. What Six of Pentacles is really highlighting is that your person sees you as someone worthy of their investment. And when I say investment, I mean emotional investment, time investment, Energy investment? They're calculating in their mind what it would look like to really show up for you in a relationship. They're thinking about the balance of give and take, wondering if they have enough to offer someone like you. I'm also getting that they might be thinking about past times when they wanted to do something nice for you but held back. Or they're planning future gestures, thinking through how they could demonstrate their care in tangible ways. 6 of Pentacles often shows up when someone is thinking about acts of service or ways to provide for someone they care about. There's also this energy of them recognizing your worth and value. Like they're aware that you're someone special who deserves to be treated well, and they're measuring themselves against that standard. Are they generous enough, giving enough, evolved enough to be what you deserve? These are the kinds of questions running through their mind. Another layer to this is that 6 of Pentacles can indicate someone who's thinking about reciprocity. They might be reflecting on the exchanges between you two, what you've given them versus what they've given you. They're seeking balance because they don't want to feel like they're taking more than they're giving, or vice versa. The third card is 5 of Pentacles. And okay, this is where things get even more emotionally complex. 5 of Pentacles in the context of their late-night thoughts suggests that your person is also dealing with some feelings of lack, loneliness, or being on the outside looking in when it comes to you. Picture this. It's late at night, they're thinking about you, feeling all those intense feelings we've already talked about, but there's also this ache, this sense of something missing. 5 of Pentacles often represents feeling left out in the cold, and that's exactly what's happening in their emotional landscape when they think about you during these quiet hours. They might be lying there feeling like they're separated from you by circumstances they can't control. Maybe physical distance, maybe emotional walls, maybe timing issues, maybe fear. But whatever it is, there's this painful awareness that they're not as close to you as they want to be. And that hurts them more than they probably let on to anyone. What I'm really picking up here is a kind of vulnerability in their thoughts about you. 5 of Pentacles strips away pretense and shows us someone who's aware of their own wounds and limitations. So when they're thinking about you at night, they're also confronting their own sense of inadequacy or unworthiness. Do they deserve you? Can they really offer you what you need? These insecurities are very present. There's also this element of them feeling like an outsider to your world in some way. Like maybe they see you living your life, being fabulous and complete and whole, and they're wondering where they fit into that picture, or if they fit at all. It's that painful space of wanting to be close to someone but feeling like there's glass between you. 5 of Pentacles can also indicate that they're going through their own struggles, and part of what they're thinking about late at night is whether they're in a position to pursue something with you. They might be dealing with their own issues, financial, emotional, spiritual, and wondering if it's fair to bring you into that. There's a consideration here about not wanting to burden you with their problems. I'm also sensing that their thoughts might include regret about missed opportunities with you. Times they could have reached out but didn't, moments they could have been braver but held back. 5 of Pentacles can carry that energy of looking back and wishing things had gone differently. The fourth card is 10 of Cups, and oh my goodness, Gemini. This card just floods the reading with such hopeful, beautiful energy. After all the complexity and struggle we've seen in the previous cards, 10 of Cups shows up to reveal that your person is also dreaming about a future with you that's filled with genuine happiness and emotional fulfillment. This is the happily ever after card. This is the card of dreams coming true, of having that perfect emotional connection, of building something real and lasting. So when your person is lying awake at night thinking about you, they're not just stuck in the struggle and the longing. They're also imagining what it could be like if everything worked out between you two. What 10 of Cups is telling me is that they have visions of you being part of their life in a really significant way. They're thinking about the potential for deep happiness with you. Maybe they're imagining holidays together, or building a home together, or just having that everyday intimacy that comes with a committed partnership. Their thoughts about you include fantasies of genuine partnership and joy. This card is so important because it shows that despite all the fears and obstacles represented by the earlier cards, your person truly believes that something beautiful is possible with you. They're not just attracted to you or obsessed with you. They can actually envision a real future where you both are happy together. That's huge, Gemini. I'm getting that their late-night thoughts might include specific scenarios of domestic happiness with you. Not in a boring way, but in that warm, secure, deeply satisfying way. They're thinking about what it would feel like to wake up next to you every day, to share meals with you, to build traditions with you. There's a longing for emotional security and belonging with you specifically. Ten of Cups also suggests that they see you as someone who could bring harmony and joy to their life. They're not just thinking about passion or excitement, though those might be present too. They're thinking about peace, contentment, and that feeling of having found your person. You represent that possibility to them. The energy here is also about family and community in some cases. Depending on where you both are in life, they might be thinking about you in the context of building a family, or at least building a life that includes the people you both care about. There's something about wanting to integrate you into all aspects of their world. The fifth card here is Ace of Cups, and this is such a pure, beautiful energy to come through. Ace of Cups represents the beginning of deep emotional connection, the offering of love, the opening of the heart. So your person's late-night thoughts about you include this yearning to start something new with you emotionally, to make an offering of their heart to you. Think of Ace of Cups as a cup being held out to you, filled with genuine emotion and potential. When your person is thinking about you in those quiet hours, they're contemplating what it would be like to be vulnerable with you, to open up completely, to let you see the depths of what they feel. There's an innocence to this energy, a hopefulness that's really touching. What I'm picking up is that they're thinking about new beginnings with you. Even if you've known each other for a while, there's this sense that emotionally things could start fresh, that you could build something from a foundation of authentic feeling. They're imagining what it would be like to tell you how they really feel, to express emotions they've been holding back. Ace of Cups is also about intuitive connection and spiritual love. So their thoughts about you might include this sense that you two are meant to connect on a deeper level. They feel something special about the energy between you, something that goes beyond the surface. In their late-night reflections, they're aware that what they feel for you isn't ordinary or superficial. There's also this element of them wanting to nurture you emotionally. Ace of Cups can represent the desire to pour love into someone's life, to be a source of emotional nourishment and support. So they're thinking about how they could fill your cup, how they could contribute to your emotional well-being and happiness. I'm also getting that these thoughts include a lot of tenderness. When they think about you at night, mixed in with all the intensity and longing, there's also this soft, gentle emotion. They care about you in ways that make them want to protect you, cherish you, handle your heart with care. The sixth card is the World, and this completely shifts the energy into something even more significant. The World card is about completion, fulfillment, achievement, and reaching a major milestone. So when your person is thinking about you late, at night, they're also recognizing that you represent something really important in their life journey. This is telling me that their thoughts about you aren't small or insignificant in their mind. You're connected to bigger themes in their life, bigger questions about what they want and where they're going. The World suggests that they see you as someone who could represent the completion of a cycle for them, the achievement of something they've been working toward, maybe even the fulfillment of destiny. What I'm really picking up here is that they think about you in terms of life purpose and soul evolution. Like you're not just someone they're attracted to or interested in, you represent a whole world of possibility to them. When they're lying, they're at night thinking about you. They're contemplating how knowing you has changed them or could change them. The World is also about integration and bringing things together. So your person might be thinking about how you could fit into their world in a complete way, or how they could be part of yours. They're thinking big picture, not just about dating or a casual connection, but about how your lives could truly merge and create something whole. There's also this sense of them feeling that something would be complete if they were with you. Like there's a puzzle piece quality to how they think about you. They might feel that parts of their life that have felt scattered or unfulfilled would come together if you were truly in their life as a partner. I'm also getting that they think about you in the context of success and accomplishment. Not in a superficial way, but more like they recognize that being with someone like you would represent them having really arrived at a good place in their life. You symbolize success to them in the realm of love and relationships. The seventh card is Justice, and this adds such an interesting intellectual and ethical dimension to their nighttime thoughts about you. Justice is about fairness, truth, cause, and effect, and making decisions based on clear thinking. So your person is also spending time thinking very seriously and honestly about the situation between you two. When they're lying awake thinking about you, part of what's running through their mind is a very honest assessment of the connection. They're weighing things, considering outcomes, thinking about what would be fair to both of you. Justice brings a quality of trying to see things objectively even when emotions are intense. What this tells me is that your person is someone who's trying to be honorable about how they handle their feelings for you. They're not just acting on impulse or desire. They're thinking about consequences, about doing right by you, about what would be just and fair in the situation. There's a maturity to this energy. I'm also picking up that they might be having internal debates with themselves about you. Justice is very much about weighing options and arguments, so they're probably going back and forth in their mind, considering different perspectives. Should they tell you how they feel or keep it to themselves? Should they pursue you or give you space? These kinds of ethical questions are part of their late-night contemplation. Justice can also indicate that they're thinking about karma and what they deserve versus what you deserve. They might be reflecting on their past actions in relationships, what they've learned, and whether they've evolved enough to be worthy of someone like you. There's a self-examination happening here. Another layer is that they might be thinking about the truth of the situation between you two, not what they wish it was or fear it might be, but what it actually is. Justice demands honesty, so in their clearest moments thinking about you at night, they're trying to see the reality clearly. And that reality includes acknowledging the genuine depth of their feelings for you. The 8th card is 3 of Cups, and this brings such a lovely social and celebratory energy into their thoughts about you. 3 of Cups is about friendship, celebration, community, and joy shared with others. So your person is also thinking about you in the context of happiness, fun, and connection. When they're thinking about you late at night, some of those thoughts are probably happy memories of times you've laughed together, enjoyed each other's company, or shared good moments. 3 of Cups suggests that they really value and cherish the lighter, more joyful aspects of knowing you. You bring brightness into their life. What I'm picking up is that they think about how much fun you are, how good it feels to be around you, how you light up a room or a conversation. Their thoughts about you aren't all heavy and serious. There's appreciation for your personality, your energy, the way you make life more enjoyable. They're drawn to that quality in you. 3 of Cups can also indicate that they think about you in terms of their social world and friend groups. They might imagine introducing you to their friends, bringing you to gatherings, showing you off in the best way. They think about how you'd fit into their social circle, and they like that vision. I'm also sensing that they replay social interactions with you in their mind. Times when you talked and connected, when there was that spark of understanding or humor between you. These memories make them smile even when they're alone at night thinking about you. There's a warmth in these thoughts. Another element here is that 3 of Cups can suggest they're thinking about celebrating with you, creating joyful memories together, building a relationship that includes fun and pleasure and shared happiness. They want to be the person who makes you smile, who you celebrate life with. The 9th card is the Hermit, and this is really significant. The Hermit represents introspection, inner wisdom, solitude, and soul-searching. So we've come full circle in a way, because the Hermit confirms that these late-night hours when your person is thinking about you are actually times of deep self-reflection and spiritual contemplation for them. What this tells me is that thinking about you has become a catalyst for them to really look within themselves, to question who they are and what they want from life. You've triggered something in them that goes beyond just attraction or emotional connection. You've made them turn inward and examine their own soul. When they're alone at night thinking about you, they're also asking themselves bigger questions. Who am I? What do I really want? What matters most to me? What am I afraid of? And somehow you're connected to all of these questions. You've become a mirror that reflects back to them truths about themselves they need to see. The Hermit energy suggests that there's a spiritual or philosophical quality to how they think about you. They're seeking wisdom and understanding, not just about you or the connection, but about themselves and their life path. You represent something meaningful in their journey of self-discovery. I'm also picking up that they might be deliberately taking time alone to process their feelings about you. The Hermit is about withdrawing to gain perspective, so they might be intentionally creating space to really figure out what you mean to them and what they want to do about it. These late-night thoughts are part of that process. There's also this sense that they're seeking guidance, either from their own inner wisdom or from something beyond themselves. The Hermit carries a lantern, searching for truth. So your person is actively trying to find clarity about the situation with you. They want to understand what the universe or their soul is trying to tell them about this connection. The 10th and final card is the Hermit again. No, wait, let me check my notes here. The 10th card is actually Ace of Wands, and this is such powerful energy to end on. Ace of Wands represents passion, new creative beginnings, inspiration, and pure potential. So your person's late-night thoughts about you are also filled with excitement about what could be sparked between you two. This card is telling me that they feel genuinely inspired by you, Gemini. You ignite something in them, a creative fire, a passionate energy, a sense that anything is possible. When they think about you in those quiet hours, there's a part of them that feels lit up, energized, motivated by the potential of you two together. Ace of Wands is about the very beginning of a passionate journey. So they're thinking about initiation, about taking action, about starting something bold and exciting with you. There's an eagerness in this energy, a readiness to leap into something new despite all the fears and complications we've seen in the other cards. What I'm really picking up is that they think about the chemistry between you, that spark that makes everything feel electric and alive. Ace of Wands is very much about that immediate attraction and passion that makes you want to pursue someone. So mixed in with all their deeper thoughts and concerns, there's also this very primal, energetic pull toward you. They're probably thinking about making a move, taking a chance, putting themselves out there with you. Ace of Wands is action-oriented energy. So while part of them is in their head analyzing everything we've discussed, another part is ready to just go for it, to be brave, to let their passion lead the way. I'm also sensing that you inspire their creativity and life force in general. When they think about you, they feel more alive, more themselves, more connected to what matters. You represent vitality and possibility to them. That's a really special thing, Gemini. So there we have it. These 10 cards paint such a complete and complex picture of what's going on in your person's mind when they're thinking about you late at night. It's not simple or one-dimensional at all. They're experiencing intense attraction and attachment, thinking about how to show up for you, dealing with feelings of inadequacy, dreaming of a beautiful future together, wanting to offer you their heart, seeing you as somehow completing their world, trying to be fair and honest, appreciating your joyful energy, using thoughts of you as a catalyst for deep self-reflection, and feeling inspired and passionate about the possibility of you two together. That's a lot, right? But it makes sense because real feelings are complicated, especially when someone is trying to figure out if they should risk vulnerability and go after what they want. Your person is clearly going through a whole journey in their mind when it comes to you. The overall message I'm getting from this reading is that you are very much on their mind, very much in their heart, and very much part of their late-night consciousness in ways that are profound and multidimensional. They're not just casually thinking of you. This is deep, Gemini, and whether they've expressed any of this to you or not, this energy is there. This is what's happening for them internally. I hope this reading gave you some insight and clarity. If any of this resonated with you, I'd love to hear about it. And remember, their thoughts and feelings are one thing, but what matters most is what you want and what serves your highest good. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't, and trust your own intuition about this connection. Sending you so much light and clarity, Gemini. Until next time.